Okay. While I'm talking about shit anyway, I might as well bring up how the entire political system is a corporatism. We can't even be called a democratic republic because that implies that the will of the people it votes for a representative to legislate law and define it for us. That they represent our wishes, and they will interpret the laws the way the people would want them to be. Why not have a direct democracy? Because apparently a direct democracy would be too open to corruption that the charming sociopaths could, garner support and then get into office and there'd be no stopping them. As opposed to a representative democracy that once they get in office, they're not bound to listen to the people at all, and just have to fool you long enough to get into the door. Much like a bad ex. So there really is no difference between a democratic republic and a pure democracy. But we don't even have that. What we have is a corporate democracy that unless you're part of some group of people, you are not going to have a voice in this country or pretty much anywhere in the world. Think about this for a second. What do Democrats appeal to? The Black Caucus, the Mexican vote, the gay vote, the women's vote. It isn't people, it is bodies. It is the body of women, it is the body of the gays, of the blacks, of the Mexicans, whatever. What do Republicans appeal to? Well, Republicans appeal to the Christian vote, the hawkish vote, the conservative vote, states' rights and bull. It all comes down to corporations. It might not be a corporation making money, but it is an organization. It is organized crime. Let me put it to you this way. Let's say you're a middle-class white person, and you want to blame all your problems on the Mexicans coming into this country illegally, taking your gerbs. So, who are you going to vote for? You honestly think you're going to go vote for the Democrats who have gone out of their way to appeal to the Mexican vote? Of course not. And there is no third or fourth party, so that leaves you only with the Republicans. So you cling to your job that treats you like shit, and you're not moving up in the world anytime soon, but just so you can say that you're a working class man, trying to defend your family and defend your country, you're gonna vote Republican. And the same thing happens with everybody. The Christian vote. What do Christians want? Well, it would be nice if we didn't live in a country where everyone dry-humped each other and had an abortion every 5 minutes. So, since the Democrats obviously aren't going to cater to that wish, the Christians go to the Republicans, naturally. And the Republicans aren't going to do anything about it either. Just as the Democrats are not going to do anything about you gay people wanting special privileges to have butt sex in public. They're not going to, dwindle down the child molestation laws to cater to you. They're not going to make bestiality legal. And they're definitely not going to legalize pot. I could talk about that some other time, about how legal pot would actually be even worse than illegal pot. Because if you want to talk about pot, let's talk about decriminalizing it. That way no one gets in trouble for possessing it, selling it, making it, whatever. But no, they want to regulate and tax it. That way you can get in trouble for smoking it, but the people that sell it to you can't. Kind of like with painkillers. How the doctors can just prescribe you medication and they get off scot-free, but you end up going to jail for 5 years. Isn't that nice how that works? So, that's how it works in this country. You have to be part of some big group of people if you want to have any say in anything. And you better not deter from the opinion of that large body of people. You have to follow that grouping to the letter, or you will be kicked out, much like I get kicked off every fucking forum. So, that's how these things work. It shouldn't work that way, but you have to understand that. You have to understand where your place is in this country, where you are in the class war. Are you a black? Are you Hispanic? Are you gay? Are you white? Are you Christian? Are you atheist? Are you, middle income? Are you unemployed? Poor income? All of these factors you know, contribute to who's going to try to appeal to you, even though they're not going to do shit for you. None of these politicians are actually going to do anything to help you, but they are going to say what they have to say to cater to you. And you're probably falling for it right now. The entire green movement is just protectionism. It is all these guys living in their mom's basements wanting to make green technology. And they figure if they vote for a liberal candidate, they will have subsidies to make their green technology come true. And then they can be the super rich. Or maybe it's just they're anti-industrial because, you know, machines have taken jobs for countless years, centuries even, and they're just sick of it, so they figure they'll jump on the green bandwagon in order to come down against modern industry. You know, when in actuality, technology is the symptom, not the ailment. You know, technology is to the benefit of mankind, but it can't be so long as the bourgeoisie are in charge of it. And I could just keep going on and on, but that's all it is. All liberalism is third way politics. All anything is third way politics. One person or another is selling you a bunch of bull crap to appeal to their little gang. That's all this is gang warfare. You know, the Greens, the gays, the nationalists, whether they be white nationalists or whatever, they're all just their little gangs, and they team up and they conspire for one another. And there is one gang that seems to be on everybody's mind, and nobody talks bad about this gang, and it isn't the gays even though talking bad about the gays seems to get me banned quite a lot. But nope, it isn't the gays that are the most important. It definitely isn't women. You know, I don't see any problem cops beating the shit out of women. So what is this dominant gang that seems to overlaps all other gangs? Well, I'll let you decide upon that, but I'll give you a hint. Some people think I'm part of that gang, but obviously I'm not. If I was, I would get treated a hell of a lot better, and my life would be a lot easier. I'd probably be richer and have more respect. So that's all I have to say on that matter. You know, it just sickens me. It sickens me that people are either so stupid that they honestly don't want to see that this is going on. They know it is, but they keep their heads in the sand. They figure everything will just be better if they just pretend that we don't live in a gangster's paradise, or we don't live in a world where Bloods and Crips come in the form of the voting caucus and the voting bloc. But it is. That's how the world works. And it's going to continue to work that way until you become an anti-capitalist. Until you admit the problem is property, the ownership of property, the exercise of property, and the use of property by anyone besides everybody. So until you come out and say Marx was right, this is just going to continue to happen. That's all I have to say.